Where?
You would just be ankle.
Literally a piece of shit.
Oh my god.
Norway got hit a lot harder. Let me see.
Meet Jack Doherty, the edgelord of streaming who went from ruling Kick with insane stunts to getting banned so hard that he's now hustling TikTok gifts. This is a cautionary tale about how far someone will go for views. So, what really happened to Jack? Let's break it down. Jack didn't start out with the crazy stuff. Back in the day, he was just your typical prankster with a camera, pulling off those harmless gags that made people chuckle and think, man, I'd never do that, but I'm glad someone did.
Oh, f***. Yo. Oh, McKinley, you okay? McKinley, I'm so sorry. Oh, f***, I fucked up. Yo, help me.
You know the type. Fake lottery tickets, cringe dares, and those exaggerated reactions that made it hard not to laugh. He had a knack for going viral. One day, it was a fake scratch-off win that ended with his buddy almost crying. The next, it was some over-the-top prank at the mall. And it worked. His videos would spread like wildfire, and soon enough, Jack's follower count went from double digits to thousands and then millions. He was the new face of prank culture, the kind of guy you'd show your friends while saying, "You have to see this." But here's the thing about internet fame. It's a monster with an insatiable appetite. You've got to keep feeding it more outrageous, more jaw-dropping content, or it'll chew you up and spit you out like yesterday's news. And Jack? He wasn't about to be yesterday's anything. So, he pushed the envelope over and over. The pranks got bigger, crazier, and, to be honest, a lot more reckless. We're talking about crashing private events and pulling off stunts that had security on high alert. That's hilarious to whoa. This dude might actually get arrested.
Hey! What are you doing?
Nothing.
Is this your car? Is this your car?
No.
No?
No.
You can't do that, man. That's like a law. You break the law. So,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna have to defend you.
harder, daddy.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
hey,
daddy.
hey.
Oh yeah,
Look at
daddy.
that.
At first, it seemed like his gamble was paying off. The views kept climbing, and so did the reactions. Fans were tuning in not just for laughs, but for that adrenaline rush of, what will he do next? But with that rush came a different kind of attention, the kind that made people pause and go, wait a second, is this okay? You could almost feel the collective shift, that moment when people stopped chuckling and started feeling uneasy. The pranks were no longer just pranks. They were risks that involved unsuspecting strangers. And while Jack still had a core audience screaming more, from behind their screens, the comments section started seeing more. This is too much, and dude, chill. And that's the thing about crossing a line. Once you do it, there's no going back. Jack didn't just cross it. He vaulted over it, doing a victory dance on the other side, while waving a metaphorical flag that screamed, "Look at me." And for a while, everyone did. The thrill, the outrage, the conversations about where content creation was headed. It all kept the spotlight on him. But fame built on shock value is a ticking time bomb, and for Jack, the clock was counting down. Let's talk about the moment when things really started spiraling. You'd think after getting called out by influencers and concerned parents, Jack would pump the brakes a little, right? Not our guy Jack. If anything, he floored it. He thrived on the backlash, using it as a twisted badge of honor. It was like he had a sixth sense for knowing just how far he could push it before someone got seriously hurt. And he kept dancing on that line like it was the latest TikTok trend. One of the wildest moments? The Halloween party incident. Imagine this. Jack throwing a party that started off as a typical costume bash, but quickly turned into a scene out of an action movie.
Hey, who are you talking to, dog?
I'm just saying, y'all say
Yo,
you're
just
gonna
stop.
walk.
Then walk.
Oh, no, stop.
Security was there, but not for safety. More like they were co-stars in his next big drama. The night went from, hey, that's a cool costume, to who invited the stunt doubles? In record time. By the end, the party had devolved into a full-blown brawl, and reports even claimed that some guests left bruised and battered. And what did Jack do the next day? He posted highlight clips on social media like it was some sort of victory montage. His caption? Epic night, 10 out of 10 would do again. Cue the collective facepalm and the viral backlash. And if you think that's bad, buckle up, because we're just getting started. One of the most jaw-dropping moments that had even his most loyal fans going, dude, what? Was when he streamed a stunt involving a girl flashing the camera. The kicker? He knew full well that minors were watching. His defense? It's just edgy content. Oh sure. Because when I think edgy, I definitely think content that risks getting you banned and blasted across every parent group chat. Spoiler alert, it worked. Petitions were popping up faster than reaction videos on YouTube, all demanding his permanent ban from the platform. You could feel the online vibe shift from, haha, this guy's wild, to, okay, this is actually pretty messed up. Parents were furious. Influencers who once shrugged and said, to each their own, started speaking up, and even some of his own peers were like, all right, Jack, you've gone too far. It was like watching a Jenga tower wobble, leaning a little too far to one side, and everyone holding their breath, knowing it was going to collapse. But Jack wasn't done. Oh no. The man seemed determined to play chicken with his own career, and spoiler alert, the career lost. He thrived on controversy like it was his energy drink of choice. The more people told him to stop, the louder he seemed to get. It was as if he believed that every negative comment was just proof he was doing something next level, and maybe it was next level reckless. One night, Jack decided to take things up a notch, live streaming while speeding down a highway in his McLaren. Because what's more edgy than risking your life and others for the sake of chat engagement, right? It was raining, the road was slick, and Jack kept splitting his attention between the road and the chat like he was trying to multitask his way into the Guinness World Records. Viewers were glued to their screens, and not in the "this is fun" way. It was more like watching a horror movie and yelling at the screen, "Don't go in there." But Jack went in there, and then it happened.
Oh! Oh! No! No! Oh. No, watch out, watch out.
The moment that sealed the deal, Jack lost control. The car spun out, tires screeched, and he smashed into the guardrail. The stream was still rolling, and viewers witnessed every chaotic second. But here's where things went from bad to career-ending. Instead of checking on his cameraman, who was visibly injured and bleeding, Jack's first concern was his car and the fact that the stream was still going. "Dude, keep filming," he said, handing his phone to his dazed, bleeding friend. The internet collectively gasped. The backlash was immediate. Comments exploded. Is this real? Did that just happen? In a flood of "Jack, you're done." Even fans who had defended him through the edgy content era were like, yeah, I'm out. It was the moment that shifted him from internet star to public cautionary tale. The aftermath of Jack's downfall was like watching a train wreck in slow motion. You couldn't look away, but man, was it painful. Kick, the platform known for letting almost anything fly, finally stepped in and dropped the hammer. And if you know Kick's history, you'll understand just how wild that is. This is the platform that shrugs at chaos, so banning Jack was like your cool uncle telling you to tone it down at a party. It wasn't just a slap on the wrist. It was the digital version of, pack your bags, you're done. With Kick out of the picture, Jack needed a new playground. Enter TikTok, the app where, instead of high-stakes stunts and adrenaline-pumping pranks, Jack resorted to sitting in front of his phone asking viewers for gifts like, "Hey, send me a lion and I'll shout you out." Talk about a plot twist. Imagine going from speeding down highways in a McLaren to, "Thank you for the virtual rose." The fall was not only steep, it was embarrassing. Viewers tuned in, not to cheer him on, but to gawk at the shell of a streamer he'd become. The comment section was a battlefield of, "Remember when this dude was king?" and "Wow, how the mighty have fallen." But wait, there's more. Just when you thought Jack's drama-filled saga had hit rock bottom, the behind-the-scenes stories started leaking out, and they were not as you'd expect. Turns out, Jack wasn't just reckless on camera. He was apparently a nightmare off it too. Rumors of shady business deals surfaced, like managing OnlyFans accounts but hoarding all the earnings while tossing his team a few crumbs. It was like he read the book on how to win enemies and alienate people. And it didn't stop there. Allegations of embezzling money, treating his friends and employees like expendable props, and using people until they had nothing left to give painted a picture of someone who wasn't just reckless but downright ruthless. His public persona of, "I'll do anything for views" was starting to look less like a brand and more like a glaring red flag. The split among his fans became more obvious than ever. On one side, you had the diehards who still believed that Jack was just misunderstood, that he'd rise like a phoenix from the ashes of his epic crash, literally and figuratively. On the other, there were the skeptics, shaking their heads and muttering, "This guy? He's done." The comments shifted from shock to cold hard reality checks like, "Karma's real," and "What did you expect, man?" And Jack? He did what he always did best, teased a comeback. He posted cryptic tweets, the kind that made you think, "Oh great, what now?" Stuff like, "Big things coming, and y'all aren't ready for this." But this time, fewer people were biting. The trust was gone, and the hype had run out of gas. When you've seen someone spiral as spectacularly as Jack, it's hard to believe that a comeback isn't just more of the same chaos waiting to happen.
What's your boy? What are you getting out of that? Bro, get out of my face. Get out of that.
And here's the kicker. Even if he did make it back, who'd give him the platform? Kick had already shown him the door. TikTok Live was a sad chapter nobody wanted to reread, and YouTube? Forget it. Jack's story became less about what's he going to do next, and more about when's he finally going to learn. So, what's left to say? Jack Doherty went from the king of edgy pranks to the poster boy for how not to handle fame. His rise was quick, his stunts were wild, and his fall was legendary. But if there's one thing we've learned in the age of viral fame, it's this. People love a redemption arc. The question is, will Jack get one? Or is this the end of the line? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if you're here for more wild stories like this, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, remember, the internet never forgets,